Hello survivors, what's up and welcome to Tribros Gaming. Welcome back. I've actually been gone for a week. I didn't upload last week because I actually got married. That's right, married. I'm 21 years old and my wife is the same. I know, we're old. We're in the grave already. We're that old. Yeah, we got married last week, so I wasn't able to make a video. I hope that's okay. But this week, I've got a FireWatch base video. It's kind of cool. Indian Chicken on my Discord messaged me and was like, dude, you should build a base at the FireWatch tower. And I was like, yes, that sounds like an awesome idea. So thank you, Indian Chicken. And if you guys want to join my Discord, the link is in the description below. So today I'm going to show you guys how to turn this ordinary FireWatch tower into something cool. Let's get started. In this base build, we're going to actually start by building the innermost portion first, and then we're going to work our way out to the exterior and to the defenses. So the first thing that we're going to lay down is a metal floor. Now it's important that this is metal, obviously because it's stronger, and it actually matches the metal beams of the FireWatch tower itself. Now you want to align this metal floor as close to the center as possible. As you can see here, I'm using pine pipes to help, and this will just make the base building a lot easier and a lot more even as you build up, and you'll see as we continue to build. Next, we're going to go ahead and place down metal pillars on each of the corners and adding in metal holes on the roof, and we're going to go ahead and build this all the way up. So as you can see here, I've seemed to have angered one of the locals. But he did. Oh no! Frick. I've built up this middle portion of the tower all the way up to the very top, adding in the walls, the pillars, windows, etc. And the cool thing about this base is that you've got your standard roof, and then you've got like the bottom floor of the tower, which provides roof protection, so you don't even need to worry about that. You've also got these cross beams here that provide a little bit added protection on the exterior walls, which is great, especially for this top portion, because you'll have like this top portion here being protected on the roof and as well as on the side. So you could almost even just have one singular little base platform up there and just almost live up there. It would be very camouflaged. People probably would never find it. And even if they did, they couldn't raid it because it's just protected that well. You could make an awesome base just in that little section up there. However, we're going to build a bigger base, so we're going to keep building on to this. As you've noticed, I have a doorway right here, and we're going to go ahead and continue building from this part. Now, for those of you who remember earlier when I was talking about making sure that this piece is center, this is exactly why. That way you have perfect coverage at the top level from each side. And as you can see, I wasn't 100% center, but I was very close. And it helps quite a bit when covering and allowing you to get out. As you can see, I've placed one of the metal roof platforms here outside of this door. And because of the gap distance, I am able to kind of slide out onto the roof. And this is where I'm going to kind of build out and try to help keep protected. The next thing I did was create a 5x5 box starting from that doorway and going all the way around. And at the 3x3 mark, I also made another set of boxes. And as you can see in the diagram, this helps, hopefully. And basically, that 3x3 block, this is the cool part. That 3x3 block is actually like an area of 9, right? 3x3 is 9. So that's an area of 9. And the top of the watchtower fits perfectly in that area of 9 boxes. So that's why it's so important that first floor plate that you put down on the ground is center with the base, because it'll fit perfectly inside of this area. It's pretty unique. So then I added in the pillars, the windows, the roofs, all the way around on top, and added an additional 2 stories on top, making it a total of 3 stories, which is kind of what I wanted. Of course, you can set this up and do it any way that you want that would fit perfect for you. So my favorite part about this whole build is actually the trench here. As you can see, this thing is legit. I like to run around in it. It just makes me feel like I'm in a war. It's pretty cool. And I think it's really unique to this base build in general. The last thing you should do is fortify the roof, of course, however you feel, whatever fits your fancy. And just set that up in a way that works well for you. Of course, if you build this base differently than I do, then you're going to want to fortify the roof a little bit differently than I did. I'm gonna go ahead and apply the finishing touches to the base, and then I'll show you guys kind of what I've come up with at the end. Alright guys, so the base is finished. I've added a few things, and I'm just going to do a quick walkthrough to kind of explain exactly everything that I've done and why I'm so, like, I don't know, I am pretty impressed with this base. I do like it a lot, and I think it's a very strong base, especially with a few modifications. It could be even stronger. And man, there's so much room to explore with this base. I do like this quite a bit. So let's start with the outside. Obviously guys, the weakest point of this base is this ramp. This ramp that goes all the way up to the top, which usually is the center of the FireWatch base. And this is the weakest part, especially if the enemy gets right there, because they can bust through that floor and puncture inside of your base. I don't know why that was so weird. So as you can see here, I've added these walls, which is simply done by pulling down the window, placing down another roof right next to the one that I'm currently standing on, adding a pillar, and then placing the wall. Then once the wall has been placed, you just quickly take down the roof again and then put up the window. It's a pretty simple concept and really easy to achieve, and it makes this ramp a lot harder to pass through. Be careful with the railing, because enemies can just jump over that, especially if their parkour is up. So what I did was I added a large slippery plate there to represent blocking them. Let's talk about this box here. Obviously I built this. Inside of this box is the claim flag with 2 slippery plates, and this is also the entrance to the ramp. And the reason I have this blocked off is because I don't want to give them even access to the ramp. With the claim flag that's inside of this box and all the claim flags that are in the base, people can't build alongside of the ramp. They can't build ladders up, and they can't place anything next to it, which is cool and a pretty good a strategy to have all the claim flags in there. So I just blocked off this front portion to not even give them access to it, as well as it has a claim flag out there. So let's go ahead and go up. As you can see here, every floor has a metal hole leading up with a ladder and a hatch, making this extremely annoying for anybody who raids just by breaking down the doors and the hatches. Oh crap. So this is a pretty good defensive strategy here, and as you may notice in this room, I have kind of a setup with the sentry here. So if an enemy is to get past that, I can just easily step aside, pull down the glass, let the sentry kill him, and then put the glass right back and get back to work, making it easy defense without risking getting shot. Of course, you could do that on every floor, and that would be very strong. And as you can see, all of these floors, it's annoying to go up. So here is probably one of the stronger protected building rooms. Like I mentioned earlier, this is that one room that is protected on all sides. So I went ahead and put in safe zone radiators, I think is what they're called now, and generators up here. Clearly, since I'm building inside of a unturned object, zombies will spawn, so it's important that we have those safe zone radiators. That way they don't tear through all of your crap. Now the cool thing about this base is it has a lot of storage, a lot of availability for storage as well. So in this room I had somebody plant some stuff here, so thank you for whoever helped me, and there's your gun. Oops. And that's just corn and berries, because that's all I eat. And out here is obviously a lookout, so you can keep looking out. And a lot of people ask why I put windows up here, windows all around, obviously because you can see, and then if there's an enemy, you can pull down the glass, shoot them, put that back. No problem. It's a pretty cool little idea to keep your base well defended. It's better than shutters, because shutters blocks out view. So that's a lookout room, the first floor lookout room. It goes all the way around. Let's keep moving forward and go up to the next level. So this is when we started building into the main portion of the base, the FireWatch tower here. As you can see, this is part of that ramp, and that's that weak spot right here, the weak spot. So just kind of jump over here, and obviously this is probably the strongest room in the entire base because it's the object and it can't be destroyed. Obviously you'll want to barricade these windows like crazy. You could put anything in there really. Oh, I just glitched. Yeah, so as I was saying, this is probably the strongest room. You want to fortify this like crazy. Put your beds in here, put loot in here. This is a very strong room. I like this here because you got a little bit of a ledge to look on. Also with the windows up here, you can see if anybody kind of dropped in through your roof and is walking around. Of course they can't see you, and it's pretty cool little concept Now let's go up to this next floor, this next defending floor. So you kind of jump into that doorway there. Of course, another lookout tower, lookout floor. You could always put any kind of storage up here, food, water, guns, whatever you want to put up here would be pretty good. Then, of course, the ladder leading up to the final floor, which I think is four stories. I've got barbed wire up here, of course, sentries that aren't even armed. This is the floor that is right underneath the roof, so that's why I have so many sentries down here. Obviously, you want to put sentries anywhere that you can. You want to put claim flags anywhere you can. I mean, that's just a given. Of course, they need to be loaded and stuff. Loaded and ready to go. And then on the uppermost roof, which you guys can do really whatever you want up here. I just put rain barrels, put some sentries as well. And I didn't want to give an easy access to it, so I just kind of blocked it all off. But it can easily just be changed by pulling down a roof, placing a ladder, going up, and then putting the roof back. This is the cool part about this base, is because this roof here can't be destroyed. So if somebody was to get on, they're going to have to bust through quite a bit of metal just to get to the outer wall here, which I think is pretty safe and pretty sexy. But yeah, guys, that's really what I did with this base. There's a lot more that can be done to it to make it even cooler and make it even stronger. I was actually really impressed. This is one of my favorite base builds. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. We're almost to 17,000 subscribers, so thank all 16,666 of you. It's a lot of sixes. I hope to actually have 2 videos for you next week. I'm pretty pumped about those, and I'll see you in the next one. Keep on surviving, survivors.